Okay, first I say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim El Shah Bashim Gakudash. And your double honor to elders, apostles, teachers, great millstone from all learning the truth. Don't say Shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And I'm going to center this around how the 2/3 of our people, they have to go. And I just saw this short of rapper Sexy Red. And you know, just looking at her. She's a male. I heard people call her a male young thug. But I'm not really into like rap music or whatnot. I steer away from it. I've never really been into it that much or at all, really. A big part of the reason is what you see on the screen. You know, like I always knew that it was something fucked up with it, like evil, twisted niggatry. But one of the brothers in the camp mentioned how our people are the only people on this earth that idolize and look up to rappers and entertainers as leaders. You know, leaders, role models to look to and to you know, to emulate themselves and to pattern themselves after. You know, there's other actual like Jake philosophers that most people, most Jake won't even fucking know about. You know, people who actually, you know, people in the world who actually have some type of sense. But you have our people that idolize entertainers, court jesters, people whose skill set is to make you laugh and smile. That's it. Now, obviously, you can say there's a certain amount of skill when it comes to putting together words and whatnot. Sure. But at the end of the day, their core skill set is to entertain you. They're not to be taken seriously. And there's a scripture. You know, this is why, you know, the Lord will have his men talk about how niggas have to go. Because they are a disgrace upon our nation. You know, heathens look at us. Look at Israelites who know who they are, the heathen leaders who actually have, you know, who actually know what's going on. Look at the people who know that they're Israelites, people who are calling on the actual names, the true men of the Lord. You know, they look at them, they don't look at them like they look at niggas walking around with pants sagging, fucking twerking, feet on the wall and all that dumb shit. You know, like with Esau, right? There's a certain level of fear that the so-called white man has. And I'm talking about the dupes of them, the niggas with the scepters. They're not elites. There's nothing elite about the nigga. But there's a certain level of fear that they have. That's why they kept the truth from our people. But they don't look at the prophets the same way they look at a nigga. Sure, they most definitely hate us. But we are a threat to them. How so? Because we're pushing out the truth. But you know, the heathen look at our people as shit, you know, especially the 2/3. And even when you go into like stereotypes, right? How is a stereotype is formed from you know, a certain type of action or thing being repeated over and over, and that happens long enough, and you know, you got people with certain characteristics that repeat that action. And over time, you know, it gets embedded in people's head that this action is associated with this type of people because, you know, this people look like that person that, you know, that undertook that action. And with niggas, what? You got a ton of stereotypes, niggas with guns. Mind you, Esau, the so-called white man, he has guns at a higher rate than Jake. But people, even with that, people feel safe around him. But why is it that Jake, you know, made fun of for having guns when the so-called white man, they have guns at a higher rate than Jake? I was just looking that up. You know, they have guns at the highest rate in the United States. But the scripture said, revolted So my people, they're revolted and gone. You know, our people are, we say the term gone. They're like, they're mentally, they're not, our people aren't there anymore. You know, they're not the same Jake. You know, that's why the Lord has to kill them, because reincarnation is a thing. It's Jeremiah 2 and 25 and 23. I'm going 22. Fear ye not me. And what? The majority of our people don't have proper fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. If you have fear of the Lord, at the very least, if you have any fear, you're going to consider your actions. And you know the words that you choose, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, will ye not tremble at my presence, which I place the sand for the bound of the sea, for by perpetual decree. That it cannot pass it. You know, the Lord is a being, he's a being who created concepts. You know, the waves thereof toss themselves, yet they cannot prevail, that they roar, yet they cannot overpass it. You know, perpetual...
Continue on Greenfield Road for 2 miles.
Never-ending decrees. But this people have the revolting and a rebellious heart. They're revolted and gone. You know, the scripture says how rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. What do you do with witches? You burn them, which is one of the reasons why the Lord is going to hit niggas with fire. You know, just put that out there. But it says, but this people are revolting and rebellious heart. They're revolted and gone. It says they are gone. There's another scripture from the whole, from the sole of the foot even to the, the whole head is sick with putrefying sores. Paraphrasing a few scriptures. But the word putrefying means continually worse. You know, worsening, never healed. And what going into the curses and the mindset of our people, the black community, it only gets worse. The plight of our people, you know, especially, you know, the spiritual, it only gets worse. That's, you know, once again, there's something that's called a mercy killing, putting someone out of their misery. The Lord is going to punish our people, but our people, in and of themselves, are suffering. You know, you got a lot of jakes. They're talking about how even you have niggas. They're talking about how they're tired of other niggas. That's how you know there's a problem. They're tired of other niggas. You know, they're tired of the cycle. Yet they themselves are still niggas. That's why you have putting someone out of their misery. But that's what the Lord is going to do. And what? Niggas are a disgrace. Because, you know, our people have always been, had a certain level of respect and fear from the heathen. Once again, they've always hated us. Yes. But at the same time, they've always had a certain level of respect and fear for us. Now, that's gone. Why? Because of niggas. Niggas murdered Yahweh Shai. You know, niggas caused us to walk around in the wilderness for 40 years. Niggas cost us the kingdom. You know, the 40 years of peace. You had niggas, we were just reading last few chapters of Sirach. And out of all of the kings, I think it was specifically of Judah, there were only 3 out of all of the kings. There were only 3 that were righteous and weren't demons. And when you go into you know, a history, the king after king after king, it says the same thing. They went after the sin of their fathers. They went after the sin of their father. A lot of it was idolatry. You know, but niggas cost us the kingdom. So I remember one of the brothers mentioned how the 40 years that was supposed to be that was supposed to be the kingdom, but niggas fucked it up. Niggas have always messed up. Like what good things have been withholding from us. Niggas have always fucked things up for us, which is why the Lord has to put you niggas. For the good of the world, you know, and our people, the Lord has to put you niggas down. because there's nothing but problems. Even in your own societies, you're terrorists to yourselves. The so-called white man, what? Yes, the so-called white man fucked our people up. But you have Jake, I think it was coming right out of slavery. You had Jake that, and I think that may have been like the most prosperous time in modernity for Jake, where Jake was the most civilized and had some sense. When coming out of slavery, hardcore slavery, Jake, they had built their own businesses. They didn't have anything. They were just let go without any substance. But they built their own businesses. They had banks. I think it was the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. They bombed that. I think it was a few blocks of Jake businesses that they bombed. But Jake had banks that Edomites would go to and get money from them. But what? Jake is a terror unto himself. And especially Eve, they all willingly accepted this bullshit that is black culture, and they ran with it, and they think it's cool. They think it's some type of, like you got niggas to this day are walking around sagging, no shirt on. I don't even know what to call it. These niggas have their pants below their ass. Like, I always thought sagging was at least like somewhere square in the middle.
1,000
these
feet,
faggots
turn right onto West 10 Mile Road.
Are just straight out showing their asses. And once again, they're gone. But I'm not gonna, harp on anymore. Just thoughts after seeing that, Sexy Red. Cause like I said, like, it's weird how they'll look up to to niggas as role models who they only entertain. That's it. But our forefathers, King David and
At the light,
King
turn
Solomon
right onto West 10 Mile Road.
set the foundation for the 40 years of peace, and perpetuated into those 40
In 1,000
years of
feet,
peace.
turn right onto the I-696 East ramp.
Martin Luther King, he was a faggot too, and a damn he was a damn a mole. He was an agent. But that nigga didn't do anything great, and he himself even said that he led his people into a burning house. In other words, with all that let's get together shit, he led his people to their deaths. Into the shit that you have going on now. Malcolm X, like, once again, just another nigga, well-spoken nigga. And, he had the right mindset as far as not getting along with these fuckers. But he was into the Islam bullshit. That came and that went. What else? Rosa Parks not sent down?
Continue on I-696 East for half a mile.
I remember this video I was watching. I think it was a short going into how Rosa Parks she had her shit paid for by a damn Edomite. All of your heroes were fucking, I don't even know if coon is the right way to say it.
Take exit 14 for 10 Mile Road toward Coolidge Road.
But all of your heroes were fucking coons and agents. If they weren't a coon or agent, they were a straight up fucking failure. But
take exit 14.
I hope it's that fine. So all praise is going down to how about Shima Shab, Bashim Dash, and double on to elders, possible teachers, great meals, from the true show on to hopefully this will shut you down.
Continue on 10 Mile Road for half